We are now welcoming Roberto Haza from VRARA Association. So he will introduce his association, the global organization where XR meets reality, fostering collaboration between innovative organizations and create in the VR and AR ecosystem. So when you're ready, over to you.
Thank you, thank you. I guess I can just speak right here. You can hear me? I'm not as tall as Ori. So thank you everyone for having me today. My name is Roberto Haza. I'm the chapter president of the Seattle VRARA Association. I have these 5 minutes to introduce what we do in the association. In my day job, I consult with executives, managers, and professionals in integrating XR onto their daily operations. And on the VRARA Association, I lead the Seattle chapter with 2 co-chairs and 2 advisors that help me up. Julia Bibaud is the one that connected me with Tim to have this space today. Thank you so much, Tim, for having me. And Ariane Kolb, that is our communications chair that keeps our video edits and our communications going in the VRAR Seattle website. So today I want to invite all of you to join the VRAR Association. We are a group of professionals from multiple walks of life. I started getting involved with XR post-pandemic. I have been always doing the audiovisual and marketing departments. And I started joining because of the need of having something else that is not Zoom. I needed a 3D environment. And I found out, hey, guess what? XR can do this. So anything between VR and AR, I started falling in love with it. 2 years ago that I joined the VR Association, there was nothing going on in Seattle. 2 years after the pandemic. And I was like, I'm gonna take charge. I'm gonna start activities here. I started doing, with my contacts in marketing, they were using doing a lot of development with Unity and for real. So I started getting the chapter moving with VR events, just virtual, that help people start learning about the VRARA Association. So what the association is, it's a global association. It's not just the Seattle chapter. It's an industry association for virtual and augmented reality specifically. And it's designed to foster the collaboration between companies, including the Kronos Group, anybody that develops XR or spatial equipment, foster research and education, and develops industry best practices and guidelines as well. So there's a lot of white papers that the VRARA Association puts out there. In numbers, there's around 4,000 companies and brands and schools that get associated with the VRARA Association. There's a summit that happens on a yearly basis. Right after the pandemic, there was one in Europe, in Portugal. And in 2021, we ended up the year in Miami with a summit as well. There's 50 chapters. I'm just representing Seattle. There's other 50 chapter presidents that do what I attempt to do here in Seattle, bring the community together so we can grow, share, and connect. I connect with the 50 different, I would say 20 chapter presidents join our monthly calls. Everybody else is busy, but we talk about what we can do to promote more what the VRARA Association is doing. There's something that I use every week is 25 industry committees, meaning when you see VR applied for healthcare only, or VR applied to manufacturing only, VR applied to aerospace only. And we spend once a week speaking in smaller forums, just specifically for the vertical and what's happening in AR, and VR. It's an association with 55,000 professionals that join on a weekly to monthly basis. As a community, as a member, we have a Slack channel in LinkedIn, in Facebook, tens of thousands of people that engage on a monthly basis. There's a lot of content in terms of training, podcasts, and webinars that go all the way from the top on explaining what is AR, what is VR, how to differentiate those, all the way down to the weeds in protocols and talking about what OpenXR is and how to access it. And we also have access to equipment rentals. If any of you have a proof of concept, need equipment, as a member of the VR Association, you get discounts on rentals, so you can scale the hardware and software, the hardware especially that you need. And there's over 100 publications and events, as well as discounts. For example, for AWE, there was a 20% off. So we started collaborating a lot with AWE, especially this year. The founder, Nathan Pettijohn, started getting together with Ori Inbar to get the word a little more cohesive and working more as a team. So I want to invite you to learn a little bit more about VR/AR Association. I'll be out after the meeting. I see a lot of familiar faces. Drew helped me a lot with one of our first virtual programs in Seattle. Tron also promoting a very good initiative that they have in Los Angeles with kids from the downtown area. And I see familiar faces. Jeff has been joining our meetups, in-person meetups. We have been increasing them a lot as we keep going, organizing these events. We had one in-person event, the Seattle Design Festival, where we were showcasing 3 members that were showing their mobile AR virtual worlds that they have created, as well as the Space Needle the Space Needle time travel tour that there's right now. You can use in your mobile devices and in iPhone and Android as of this year. I met Shimon back there, who gave me a very good feedback of the value that should be created in the VRAR Association to become more involved. So I invite all of you guys to get to know more about the VRAR Association, and I can take a few questions right now.
Thank you, Roberto. Any question? Everyone here?
When's the next event?
The next event, we have an education summit that is virtual. It's going to happen in LinkedIn. It's next week on Thursday. So if you have anything that you want to share, you want to hear, there's going to be about, I guess we have 30 presenters so far. So VRARA Association Education Summit, it's next Thursday, the 19th. And we'll have a quick round of speakers that are going to be there for the next 3 hours. And for Seattle specifically, we're thinking ahead on, we're trying to do one event every month. We don't have one right now planned, but it will keep coming, and we have it in the VRARA Association website in the Seattle as we announce.